What's going on with chess? Now, if you've just decided to get into chess to catch the hype, where do you check for news? Do you go to YouTube? Do you use Chess? Do you go to chess.com? Or maybe you watch chess streamer Gotham, Hikaru. Magnus doesn't stream so much anymore. But what do you do? Because it's become a problem when you have drama like you have right now with FIDE and Magnus and deciding the speed chess championship that you've invested hours and time to watch, hopefully to try and make a video or even just to enjoy a chess video or a chess match or high level chess match to make it. Because the other option is also take, where you get to watch some high level chess. But with what's going on with all the power struggles with most governing organizations, be it if you watch football, the problem with FIFA, in all these instances, you always find there isn't quite the correlation with how the game is moving to what's going on. I mean, FIDE has a chess YouTube channel. Did you know that? I found that out today. And look at how poorly supported it is. And yet this is supposed to be the leading chess organization. And yet you have streamers, YouTubers who do more content creating on chess as opposed to being a professional chess player. That's a problem. So do I have solutions? No, I do not. Do I watch FIDE tournaments? No, I do not. And it's not because I don't want to. One, it's not easily accessible. Two, they don't make it exciting. It's not for the viewer. It's just, hey, we have chess, high level chess. Watch it simply because we exist. Anyway, that's a little FIDE rant, and let's just move on from there. But for now, we are going to go and watch a chess game. Play the chess match, and this is the game. And I'm not going to spoil it, but I played a 2000 rated player. I'm going to put that in quotations. And I played the Scotch. So I'm playing the Scotch. So I played e4. My opponent played c6. I have no idea what that is. I don't know what they were playing. But anyway, I continued with my plan. They attack in the center. So they're essentially playing a Caro-Kann. Not that I didn't know what was happening. I play the Caro-Kann, but when it's played against me, I struggle with it to recognize what it is. So I decided to go for the exchange because I know what he's supposed to do. And he took, and I pushed my bishop, my knight out. And this wasn't particularly a great move, really, because if we think about it here, my opponent pushes, right? I can't exactly take. I can't exactly take. Because if I take, I lose a piece. So I did go a bit iffy, but also I am aware by him pushing, I'm asking him to overextend his pawn. And in the Caro-Kann, you need your center structure to be secure. So let's go to the next move. Opponent takes his knight out. I push, so I decide, okay, if you're not going to push, I'll take space. Brings his knight out. I go with my idea for the Scotch, even though I can't push this pawn to free this bishop. We continue. They bring their bishop out, playing the best move. I also played the best move in this instance. I decide, let's get rid of this bad boy here. Since the king's still in the center, you attack for the center. I stopped trying to think, what does he need to do as a Caro-Kann user? I didn't want to go too behind on time. So he took, which is a blunder. And let's see if I can explain to you why it's a blunder. I cannot. So let's continue. So I took, my opponent moves, I go check. Yes. My opponent blocks with the bishop, and I take a free pawn. So I'm just taking no extras away from my opponent. So at this point, I am really paying attention to my position and seeing what tactic comes next. So they take here, I take, so it's an exchange. So now at this point, obviously, I cannot castle long, even though I want to. My opponent takes, I take with check. They offer a queen trade. Again, this is a forcing move, and I took it. And my reason for taking it is twofold. One, I'm not up a piece. We got same amount of material, but I am up a pawn. But my pawn's a double, so it doesn't really do too much. But my thinking was, let me keep your king in the center, and that was the whole point. So I castled, which I shouldn't have. What did it want me to do? Let's see. What would have been the best move? So that is forced. So it would have wanted me to really. So any other move but what I played would have worked. What about this check? See, he doesn't quite like that too much. Because also there the king can run. But anyway, let's go with the moves. I castled. My opponent pushes the pawn up. I think they're creating space for their king. So I do the check. This is, now I've got control of the file. So that D file is mine and there's nothing they can really do about it. They move across. I bring my rook up because I'm threatening to double really. And so my opponent does this, and so at this point, so I push my rook up, taking control of the file, threatening to double. They threaten my idea, which is quite annoying. And I think I should have pinned. Really, I don't know why I missed that move. That at this point, if I go here, even if they defend that way, I could win a pawn. Because if they come here, if I take, I'm a pawn. But I didn't see that move. I went here, and my opponent took. I took with the. Should I? I took with the pawn. I guess I should have taken with the bishop with the rook, because then I don't have two sets of double pawns. But anyway, I was happy with how the game was going. So I'm making space, moving my king up, even though it's calling them inaccuracies. In this instance, it really was benefiting me. So I check. So here I think my opponent was planning on taking a check and just threatening some sort of discoveries, and I really don't like discoveries. So I check him again. So my opponent's moving back, I check, and I think most of the checks here, I was also thinking, so, because in my mind, I'm playing a 2000 rated player, so, and that doesn't happen often enough. And really, I was excited to play him, but also I was terrified that also he could be cheating. And I'll explain to you why. So he took, and again went to check, and at this point my opponent resigned. And the reason why they resigned is essentially the game is lost for them. They've got decent amount of pawns. I've got 2 pawns, all passed pawns. I'm going to threaten to promote, and if my opponent's to take, I take. Even if they try to infiltrate this way, I was going to hit this check, I think. But my idea was I'll just simply protect these pawns. Whereby I would go here, my opponent would go. No, that wouldn't work actually. I still don't know what I would have done, but either way, I would have just pushed. Double push, my opponent takes. Yeah, this is much better for me. Even if they clean me out here and they come behind, this would be the move. And really my opponent stuck. And it was exciting, you know. But then again, this account was created within the first few days. Oh, it's just started raining this side. So that's also why I was skeptical if one, they could be cheating, or are they genuinely a 2000 rated player. I've been monitoring them before I made this video. The account is about 8 days old. They're still within 2000, but he seems to be playing a lot more unrated games. So either is happy, either is genuinely a 2000 rated player, but from what I'm seeing in some of the games he loses, maybe he's not quite a 2000 rated player, but you can only beat what's in front of you. I was just hoping for a light training game to see how I'm doing with the Scotch, and that's the game I got. So let's see what happens in the next one and we move on from there. And as opposed to what's happening with chess, I have no solutions, but really I think there's other options to watching high level chess games, and when we take advantage of that, I guess you'd enjoy the game a bit more. So see how best to follow chess and just stay out of all the nonsense, because it makes no sense. You invest in a tournament and then you have a joint winner. That never happens and makes no sense. Now with that, we'll see you in the next one. And again, thank you all for everyone who subscribed. I really do appreciate you. Cheers.